Roman emperor wakes before dawn in the year AD 170. Outside his tent, thousands of soldiers prepare for war along the Danube frontier. Inside, the emperor writes a private note to himself: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The man writing those words is Marcus Aurelius, ruler of the most powerful empire on earth. And those words reveal something remarkable. They describe what history calls a Stoic personality. To understand the Stoic personality, we must go back nearly 5 centuries earlier to ancient Greece, around 300 BC. A philosopher named Zeno of Citium began teaching in the city of Athens. He did not lecture inside a grand academy. Instead, he taught under a painted public porch called the Stoipoikal. Because of that location, his philosophy became known as Stoicism. But Stoicism was never just abstract philosophy. It was a practical system for living. Zeno believed the greatest human strength was self-control over emotions, desires, and fears, according to surviving writings from later Stoics. The Stoic personality rests on 4 core virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. These ideas were later preserved and expanded by philosophers such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Their writings still survive today, and they reveal what a Stoic personality truly means. First, emotional control. The Stoics did not believe emotions should disappear. Instead, they believed emotions must be governed by reason. The philosopher Epictetus, who lived from AD 50 to 135, explained it clearly in his teachings later recorded in the Discourses. He taught that suffering often comes from trying to control things outside our power. For example, we cannot control fortune, reputation, illness, or death, but we can control our reactions. This distinction became the central Stoic principle: what we control and what we do not. Second, resilience during hardship. Stoic personalities were forged during crisis. Few examples are more striking than the life of Seneca. Born around 0 BC, Seneca became one of Rome's most influential philosophers. He served as tutor and advisor to the Emperor Nero. Yet Seneca's life was filled with political danger. In AD 65, he was accused of joining the Personian conspiracy. The punishment was severe. Nero ordered Seneca to take his own life. According to the historian Tacitus, Seneca accepted the order calmly. He spoke with friends, quoted philosophy, and opened his veins in accordance with Roman custom. To the Stoics, dignity under suffering was not weakness, it was strength. Third, discipline over desire. Stoic thinkers believed happiness did not come from wealth, fame, or power. Instead, it came from living in agreement with nature and reason. This belief influenced leaders across the Roman world. But perhaps the greatest example remained: Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius ruled from AD 161 to 180. His reign was anything but peaceful. The empire faced the devastating Antonine Plague, which killed millions. At the same time, Rome fought brutal wars along the Danube during the Marcomannic Wars. Yet during these campaigns, Marcus Aurelius continued writing personal reflections. These writings were later compiled into the famous philosophical work Meditations. They were never intended for publication. They were simply reminders to himself. In one entry, he wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This quiet discipline defined the Stoic personality, not emotional numbness, but moral clarity. Fourth, acceptance of fate. Stoics believed the universe followed a rational order called logos. Humans could not change this cosmic structure, but they could choose how to live within it. This idea helped Stoics face the harsh realities of the ancient world: war, disease, political instability, death instead of despair. Stoics practiced what they called premeditatio malorum, imagining hardships before they happened. By mentally preparing for adversity, they believed people could remain calm when it arrived. This psychological technique is still studied today in modern cognitive therapy. Over centuries, Stoicism spread throughout the Roman Empire. Its ideas influenced Roman law, leadership, and personal ethics even after the fall of Rome in AD 476. Stoic writings survived in monasteries and libraries. During the Renaissance, scholars rediscovered these ancient texts. Philosophers, statesmen, and writers began studying Stoic ideas again. Today, Stoicism continues to influence psychology, leadership training, and self-discipline philosophy around the world. But the Stoic personality itself remains simple. Control what you can, accept what you cannot, and act with reason and virtue no matter the circumstances. History often celebrates conquerors and warriors, yet one of Rome's greatest leaders spent his nights writing quiet reminders about patience and self-control. The Stoic personality was never about suppressing emotion. It was about mastering it, and in a chaotic world, that ancient lesson may be more relevant today than it was 2,000 years ago.